Show, the Drew and Fuse Show, the Drew and Fuse Show. They clean up nicely. It's the Drew and Fuse Show, the Drew and Fuse Show, the Drew and Fuse Show. Yeah, they clean up nicely. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We're back with another episode. This will be 149.
149. Creeping on 150, and I know we got this giant thing planned that you guys are gonna get ready.
Do we? Do we have something giant planned? Maybe we should.
Apparently we should, because that's
we'll just skip a whole month because we didn't plan anything giant and make everybody wait for something giant.
Well, I'd say this one is giant. We got our good friend DJ Dady on here. I mean, right. I miss you, man. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy you're on. How is life?
It's great. Yeah, I missed you guys too. Obviously, you guys have been globetrotting everywhere, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to be in the same places at the same time. But yeah, super glad to be back here with you guys talking more DJ stuff. But yeah, life is good. No complaints, you know.
You're knee deep in wedding season, just kicking off, or
it's about to be. Yeah, it's been pretty slow wedding wise over the winter. I think I had really 2 since New Year's. So yeah, definitely pretty slow in New England for weddings in the winter. But they're kicking up in April. End of April is when they really start to kick in, and that's full force till Thanksgiving.
Was it nice or stressful?
Both at different times, I suppose. At the beginning, it's very nice. I finished remodeling one of our second bathroom that I had started remodeling 5 years ago during COVID.
Sure.
So it's been sitting there in disrepair, not done at all, unusable for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
So I finished that. That was great. That's my kids' bathroom. They love having their own bathroom. And so that was awesome. And then, you know, not having the regular wedding money come in over the winter starts to get a little stressful, but, you know, you figure it out.
Do you like being back in the clubs, though? I mean, you know, weddings are awesome and whatnot, but do you feel like you got a new bag for the wedding season?
Yeah, I definitely like to use the off season to do the club and bar gigs more heavily. And, you know, this year is no different than that. Probably a little lighter on that this year than in the past, but it's obviously very useful for us because a lot of this stuff translates to weddings. And I feel like a lot of our clients obviously want a more club level experience. So if you're not in the mix of it, if you're not doing it, you're not doing it. So you're losing out on all the new music, just being up on what's working, what's not working, trying out weird things. I mean, I'll take stuff, weird requests from weddings that I played over the summer that worked really well at weddings. I'll try them at like some bar gigs, and it's like, oh, that kind of works. That's kind of cool.
But guys will be like, yeah, we do the same thing when they hear you play. And
yeah, exactly.
Like, no, but we don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. But I will say after the wedding season, obviously, I'll admit the music homework is probably not as top of mind during wedding season, not as regular as it should be. And that's, I guess, probably my own fault, honestly, but I'm sure other people are in the same boat. So when those club gigs come up, you're like, oh shoot, I really got to step this up. And it's because you've neglected that homework for so long. It's like really, you got to really dive in deep for a couple days and just really go ham. And that can be a little stressful too.
I love that homework phase, the stress of it and putting everything together and realizing, okay, I spent a whole week on this and I'm literally playing about 5 new tracks, but I have 40 in this folder, right? And they're all too much the same. They're like, okay, I'll replay it this way and I'll play it this way. And then it's like the 5 tracks that I ended up using, you know?
Yeah, it's like, how many versions of Pink Pony Club do I have?
Right. Exactly.
I know I have the Fuse version. I know I have that one. So, yeah.
That's
a good
the only
one.
one you need.
That is a good one.
But speaking of, she's like, it's like fallen off for me super hard. All of her stuff, like it's like almost nobody cares anymore. The Pink Pony Club is the only one that I do get requests for. Hot to Go might as well just be like, don't even play it because nobody cares. At least for me, where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I have played it at some college spots, and it does work, but I do agree it doesn't have the effect that it once did at all. It's not one that you're like kind of leading up to, and this is the moment anymore. And Pink Pony Club, for a short period of time, I think it was kind of a peak hour track, and your version of that actually worked really well for that. But now, you can work it in early if you're doing an
Yeah,
opening set. You can
same.
easily put it in there, and it works just fine. And I did that at a recent bar gig, and the girls were just like singing at the top of their lungs early in the night.
Sometimes,
So
I feel like it's good. Like sometimes with the new stuff, like I'd rather cheat some of those songs that I think are like not really prime time, or shift them to earlier in the night and kind of build that that relationship with the crowd early on, so they're trusting you later as the night goes on.
100%. That's exactly the method I use at this gig. 'Cause I played that. I played like Sabrina Carpenter stuff. I played Tate McRae stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like all mixed with other stuff in
Are you
that
playing
opening set.
the sports card Tate McRae?
I don't think I played that one. No.
Okay, Greedy's the one I'm sure that we're playing.
Yeah,
in that
there's a
little
new
set.
one. There's a newer one. Newer.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
sports car is the newer one.
I don't even think I'm playing that. I need to play it.
It kind of sort of sounds like Buttons from Pussycat Dolls.
I
That's the
played.
vibe I get it.
It's okay. I'm okay. Is the one.
It's
Oh,
okay.
all right.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sports car is trending, or it was for a hot second there, and I was getting requests for it. It did not do well, but it needs a better version for sure. It needs some kind of version with it.
Do you
But
see the memes going around of Shane Gillis and her standing next to each other? It's like it says like the rich frat boy and his girlfriend. Like it's like
I've not seen that.
he was on an interview and he said the first time he met her was they were doing rehearsals and she was supposed to sit on his lap. And for like
I've
one of
seen
those kids, yeah, and he's like it was so awkward. She was like, they were asking, "Are you okay with this?" And he just belted over top of her, "I'm okay with it," like all obnoxious. And he's like, "Yeah, I guess that wasn't very appropriate, but luckily she was a good sport about it."
so funny.
Shane Gillis walking the line.
Yeah, he definitely does, and I think it's great. I think that's like what the comedy is all about, and I definitely enjoy him and his success right now.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
It's funny as shit.
One of the things we needed to mention, and to get this out of the way, we have a winner. The DMS year subscription giveaway. We finally have a winner, and we are announcing the winner here on this show.
We need some air horns.
And with that being said, yeah, get some air horns in there. With that being said, our winner, the Instagram account is DJ Wyatt1. DJ Wyatt, and it's at DJ Wyatt, WYATT, and the number 1. You are the winner of a free 1-year subscription to DMS. So congratulations. We'll be reaching out to you, and you'll be getting an email, and we'll set you up with that.
It's a big
Congrats.
deal.
That's awesome.
That's
a whole year of DMS.
A whole year.
Yeah.
Jeez.
For free.
That's amazing.
No,
Love that.
good.
Yeah.
It's a good little contest.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. Let's see.
I had a question. You just had Patty's Day, and you got to see the one and only. Are you ready, Mr. Colt 45?
Yeah.
Mr. Because I Got High.
Yeah.
Go ahead, drum roll it. Afro Man.
Afro Man. So
For St. Patty's?
It was
Yeah. And what a like, everyone else goes with is an Irish band, and you got like the ultimate green guy.
Yeah, so
if you will.
that was the whole promotion was making St. Patrick's Day extra green at the Red Leprechaun.
So good.
Like that was
that was a great pick. Whose idea was that? Was it bars, yours?
Danny's.
Okay.
Yeah, and well, he had told me, when he had the club, he originally booked him at the club, and he said it was really good. Like, he said he got him and he wasn't sure what to expect, and he said he vividly remembers playing like a Soulja Boy song, and like when he came onto the stage, he was just super chill about it, and like started basically like riffing to the Soulja Boy song on the guitar. And then he looked over and was like, like, go ahead and cut it out. And then he was just like riffing, and then just started working the crowd. And he was like, I knew the rest of the night was going to be good. And I will say, like, he got up there, he worked the crowd, and it was like incredible. I thought it was really good. So we'll rewind a little bit.
I have one choice, one question. One of my main questions is, who played the tracks? Did he bring that? Was there a DJ there? So is that something you're going to get to? Because that's my only question.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So this weekend at the bar was our St. Patrick's Day weekend. The parade here in Cincy was on Saturday. So we had to pull a permit. We put a tent in the street. All of that. The tent was 120 feet by 30 feet. So it was a pretty good sized tent. We had a sound company come do sound. We had a band on Saturday directly after the parade that started at 2. And then I DJ'd for a little bit, and then another band after me. And that was all outside. And the weather was terrible. It was pouring down rain and like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And
wow,
I'm like running around the tent. They had 3 500-pound bricks on each tent pole of this tent. So 1,500 pounds at every tent pole. But the way they had it set, these top bricks were like sliding over. They weren't like secured enough. So I'm like running around the tent like every 30 minutes, like pulling these bricks back up on top of the other. I was like genuinely concerned at one point, like, oh man, like this tent gonna like fly away or like something bad gonna happen. But then like finally the tent company showed back up, and he seemed like not concerned about it at all. So I was like, well, if this guy's not concerned, I don't need to be concerned, But we had a great Saturday, like all things considered, like with the weather and all that. I was like shocked how many people stayed out and partied. And I mean, obviously the tent helps, and the tent had walls and all that, but
we mentioned Hot to Go, and I feel like I saw one of the clips, the band playing Hot to Go.
The band played Hot
so
to
that
Go.
that is now come a band song, which that means since now we're over it, the bands are now hip to it, right?
Right. But
that's
like,
how bands work.
Bands can play songs way longer than DJs. Like, they can play songs and it's cool because they're a band and they're playing it. Like, we can't do that.
Right.
They're already on to the next one with us. They expect more out of us. And so, yeah, but the bands all crushed it. We had like the best bands in the Cincy area, and like all of them throughout the 3 days. So that was really cool. Sunday we did like a family day. We had like a little leprechaun costume contest. We had one of the Irish dance schools. They did like Irish dancing in the tent and like lessons if you wanted to learn. Meanwhile, we had a couple Irish bands play. One played inside, one played outside as the day kind of went on. And it was more like chill, but like we geared that day more towards like the families, more traditional kind of stuff. And then Monday was the, 8 a.m. breakfast reservations for the full Irish breakfast. And then the day goes on. We had bands out in the tent. And then finally Afro Man. And what's crazy is we had to be done in the tent by 8 p.m. per the permit we pulled or whatever. We don't even know, like the event police, the like whoever's in charge of like special events.
Fun police.
Yeah, we're like really making sure we were stopping at that 8 p.m. time, which is whatever. So the band before Afro Man stopped at 7, and they had to like get all their stuff off stage really quick so his guy could set up and get him ready to go. So his guy, he has a guy that like does his setup, and he had a little, basically like what do you call it? Like a NPC-esque machine that had
Yeah.
like
Saw that in the picture.
yeah, like 40 buttons on it, right? And so instead of having a DJ, he just has all these like multi-tracks that he can start and stop whenever he wants. And he also hooked up a guitar and he played guitar. And that was pretty much it. It was very basic setup. And then like when it was time for him to go on, his dude like hit the intro and like his intro played for a little bit. And then like he comes strolling on and like he just starts hyping the crowd and like it was awesome. And you know, he did some like not so big hits at first. Like he did that song he released like maybe a year or two ago about the Adams. He lives in Ohio, and like the Adams County, Ohio Sheriff's Department like raided his house and
Oh yeah, that's
busted
right.
down the door, and he made a song
Right
about it.
about that.
He did that song, which was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And like he had people hyped. Like, and then it's like he did a couple other songs where I'm like, I don't really know the song, but like he had people like sing along to it because it was all like crowd response stuff that he was doing, you know?
And it was free for all, right?
Yeah. For anybody, like there was no
So,
ticket needed, you know?
Yeah. Some real fans out.
Yeah, totally. And people came for it, and like all different kinds of like culture and like types of people, and like, you know, there's Afro Man fans of many different kinds of people out there, you know.
I was watching the video, and you know, people screaming at the top of their lungs every single word. And
Right.
you know, I get requests for it all the time still to this day.
Dude, it's
Random
crazy.
songs too, not just the big songs.
Right.
You know,
And he's a big dude. Like I said, I was telling you earlier, like he's got to be like 6'3" or 6'4". I'm 6'1".
Oh wow.
He's taller than me, and then with the fro, he's got to be like 6'8". So he's up there
you
busting
got Shaq up there.
yeah,
I had no idea it was that big. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big guy. And
Did he smoke any weed? Did any joints get passed or
not while he
anything
was
that?
like performing. No, because he was just like bang, bang, bang in the next one. But he did
That's
drink some
Cypress
Colt
Hill. That's like
45.
part of the okay. Because Cypress Hill, that's like part of the whole shtick, right?
Right.
It's
right.
like
He had his
anytime I've
little
seen them, they gotta light it up.
pimp cup though that has like the jars that screw onto it. Have you seen those? He gets them custom made, so it's like a pimp cup, and he has like a jar that screws on that like he keeps weed in the jar, right? So it's like the Colt 45 is in the top part, and the weeds in the bottom part.
You look like you're giving a hand job kind of on that. Some air hearts. There you go.
So at what point did he play Because I Got High?
He did that as like
Was that the closer, or was Colt 45 the closer, or Palmdale?
now I can't remember, but he did both of those towards the end, and he did like a super long version of Because I Got High. It was probably like 8 minutes long, but like people were stoked the whole time. And you know,
it's like the 14-minute version of Rapper's Delight, right? Where they just keep going.
And like people were into it, and he hyped it. Like he was like, you know, 25 years ago, this song came out and it changed my life, blah, 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 blah. And like, you know, it was cool. And the coolest thing too is his people set up a little booth, like a merch booth behind the big tent. And when he was done, he was like, I'm going to take a picture with every single one of y'all that want a picture. If you stand here and wait, I'll take a picture with you. And he did. It must have took him like an hour and 15 minutes to get through everybody that lined up to get a picture with him. But he took a picture with every single person that wanted one.
So
Definitely
the weather
respect
is
that.
good at this point too.
Yeah,
right?
the weather was good
Okay.
on Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the picture thing was cool. And you know, he lives in Ohio, so you know, but it was totally planned. He wore that the Bengals outfit too. So it was like all tiger outfit, and he's up there dancing. So
tight.
JD, did you get to see any of it?
I
you see any
did.
of it?
I didn't see any of the Afro Man clips, but I did see some clips, I think,
here,
earlier in the weekend.
I'll show you one then, because you'll just so you can.
Oh, shoot. Look at that outfit. You ain't lying. He's breaking it down. Look at that.
Dude, he's just up there moving, having a good time. Like it was a party,
What-
you know.
Was he selling merch? Any good
he's
merch?
Yeah, he sold some merch out of his tent. I didn't get any, just because we were so busy. Like we caught him right before he left to even just like say, "Hey, thanks," and like, "Good job," and "Can we get a picture?" And he even took a picture with us, so that was cool. And he was like, y'all put this event on," and like, you know, he was like, "This was cool, man." So,
That's super dope.
That's that's dope.
Yeah.
Props to you. That's a great ad. Great way to flip the script on
Yeah.
it, I think.
I think it was cool, and like I said, all the bands crushed it, and we had a great weekend.
Drew, did you play anywhere for St. Patty's?
I had my first wedding back. We were talking about weddings.
Oh, yeah.
So I did.
How'd that go?
Yeah. Turns out the game needs me. The kid might be back. Took a little bit of time off, and at the end, the coordinators are always. I never worked with this coordinator. She was younger, and they're always think they know everything, and I'm just some random DJ, and I just agree with everything. By the end, they're like, "You're really good. Do you do this very often?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've done a handful of these." So it was good. It was really good. And this was a older couple. He's a guitarist in a punk band, and they just wanted old school funk and disco and West Coast shit. So it was really fun.
Yeah,
I had
but
a blast.
It's also hard. Like if you weren't you and wouldn't prep for something like that, that would be a hard wedding to like pull off,
Yeah, and they gave me a pretty extensive list, and
Which-
at first
I think that's good in those kinds of situations. It's like, give me the
100%.
stuff you do want to hear, like
Mhm.
just tell
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, and some of it didn't go over, and I played the majority of what I thought would work, and then I finally was like, okay, like it's time to move it along a little bit. But overall, it was a great wedding. The kid's back, and shout out to DJ Toad in the Toad booth. I have a new Toad, and I worked that thing in, and I just felt so fucking confident rolling in. And I got my lighting rig up now. I got the Wolf mix, and everything was just dialed in. And so rolled in, ran the cables, and I was done. It was awesome. So love that booth. And yeah, other than that, I just did a bunch of clubs, and yeah, it was good weekend overall. People are random.
Did you play anywhere, JD?
I did not this last weekend. I actually had the whole weekend off. My oldest son had a soccer tournament, so we were out of town doing soccer, which was fun.
Soccer
just got
dad
to
up.
do the soccer dad thing, and yeah, it was it was good.
And Boston is, I would think a big Irish St. Patrick's Day. Is that?
Oh yeah,
Is that a thing?
I mean, the Boston St. Patrick's Day parade in South Boston is like beyond legendary. I was actually just remembering that's where I had my bachelor party.
Oh, really?
Was
Oh,
the St.
wow.
Patrick's Day parade in
That's cool.
Boston in 2013, I guess it was. And that day developed in interesting ways. But so St. Patrick's Day is pretty close to my heart for sure. And we've had like at Scorpion Bar over at Foxwoods. We had Dropkick Murphys one year for St. Patty's Day over there,
that's
which was
tight.
wild.
Yeah.
It's like a small, intimate bar, and we're just rocking out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
I would think that's their biggest night of the year.
I
right?
would say so. Yeah.
Their budget, like all year long, is probably like here. Then Patrick's Day, it's like triple.
I did see a lot of Dropkick Murphys videos over the weekend, so I think they were definitely working it. So
yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, one legendary day / night, like word of mouth just goes such a long way, So if you can like pull off a cool event that people are like hyped on, like it can fuel your days, just on the weekends for a while. This place is fun. We need to go there. Or they have great food, or we had such a good time there. Let's go hang out there. Like I believe in that kind of stuff when it comes to it.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely true. I mean, we feel like that all the time. Like you go to a restaurant, you get good service at a restaurant. You're like, well, let's go back there again. You might not go back that week,
Right.
but you're going to be looking for it the next time you're thinking about it. And nightlife is no different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it helped you, Fuse, that it was on a Monday. I
I don't know,
I don't
man.
know that
It's
it
hard to get
helped.
people out on a Monday, but
No,
But
but
you get the
it
full
helped.
weekend leading up to it.
You had the full weekend, is what I mean.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
you had a giant star on Monday, so people came back out.
sure.
Whereas
We knew
we
that.
were challenged on Monday here, whereas the rest of the weekend was good.
Well, we just knew that to get people out on Monday, we had to do something like special, and um, it's a challenge. Cincinnati is not like it's hard to get people out on a Monday here. It's not like other cities where it's like you can do a cool Monday event and stuff happens. It's very challenging here. And
I think almost anywhere this time of this year, right? This time of 2025, it's a lot more challenging than it used to be. I used to think Patrick's Day, guaranteed it was going to be busy. Didn't matter what day of the week it was. And now it's just not the same.
You know what?
People aren't drinking as much.
It's not as challenging as St. Patrick's Day of 2020. I'll just say that. That was really hard to get people out that day.
that was like the
I
day everything shut down, or like the day I think
It
here
was like the day before, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
2 days
Here
before.
was the 16th, I think.
It
So
was like, oh, here comes St. Patrick. Oh, God.
I have a wedding picture. It was one of the last times I ever did a gobo, and it's everyone dancing, and the gobo says March 14th, 2020 on the gobo. It's just right before, basically.
Legendary date. Yeah. Oh, my
yeah,
God.
crazy.
5 years ago. Can you believe it's been 5 years?
No. Yes, I can. I don't think it's gone fast, but I at the same time can't believe it.
Well, what's crazy to me is just how much it really changed the trajectory for me, and I would say for you too, Drew. Like
Everyone, dude.
yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone. But for me, like going into that year, I was doing so much bar nightclub stuff. I was playing like 5-6 nights a week. And now it's like I play 2, maybe 3 some weeks. And it's just like everything's so different. Everything's different. And we're doing this podcast, and like we said, this is going to be episode 149, which is crazy. Who would have thought that us two dudes would actually continue with it?
Well,
It ain't easy.
I think it's a fantastic segue for what this episode is. We have one of our idols. We said this on the first time we brought JD on.
Right.
He had one of the original podcasts, which we look up to, and I know I give you props for all the fucking time. JD and J Spring had the remix report.
Dude, I used to be like, when's the new one coming out? I was fiending for that
I'd be
stuff.
pissed if you guys didn't put one out. I'd be like, what the fuck?
See, now you know what it's
What do I
like
have
on
to
the
do
other
at work?
side, though. Now you know what it's
Yeah.
like. And you're oh, my God.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm alive, guys. Sorry, I couldn't fucking record this week.
Yeah.
No, but we were just such giant fans, and so we thought we'd do an ode to the remix report on this episode, and a music style episode, remix report style. We don't have a name for it yet, but we thought we'd bring on one of the guys to help us like kick it off. So here we are.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
You want to give the rules, Fuse?
yeah, so
there's rules?
if you guys listen, usually we do these music episodes and we talk about just songs that we play and that are working for us, or we pick a theme and we pick songs. So this time we're kind of going to go about it a little different way. We're each going to do 2 songs on this episode, and then we're going to do what we play before it and what we play after it to kind of show you how and why we get there. And that was a thing that you guys would do on Remix Report. I specifically remember the Wonderwall, the PSA, and Crazy in Love. And so those are the ones I remember watching.
I had one edit that was highlighted, and I just, I was so super hyped about it. It was a No Diggity like reggae remix. I think Jay talked
Jay
about
Spring
it.
talked about that. I bet. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that was definitely kind of our superpower of Remix Report, were those types of episodes, being able to show, how we do things, but also give that information to the younger DJ audience, and even the veteran DJs who are like, they need just a new way of doing it. They didn't necessarily think about putting these songs together in this way. when we play these songs ourselves, a lot of these things seem just obvious a lot of times and second nature, but that's not always the case, obviously. So yeah, I think that was really kind of Jay Spring's brainchild, was the whole thing, honestly. And I was just happy to be able to join him on it, and we had a great time doing it. I'm glad that you guys are bringing me back to help with this episode. It's pretty fun. So
yeah, and we're gonna have Jay on and do another one. So we're stoked to do it. We're gonna kick it off. We don't have a video right now, but why don't you alley oop that and I'll make one.
So we'll play a video real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll get started with our picks.
Hey Drew and Fuse, it's your girl Britney Spears. This new segment makes you want to sigh, oh baby, baby, tell me what's between those beats. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh baby, baby, tell me what's in between those beats.
All right, there was another Drew Pierce production video. And we're gonna get started with these picks. Do you want me to go first? I'll go first and get mine out of the way.
We can have our guests go first.
All right,
you want to be put on the spot?
That's the nice thing to do. I forgot. I'm such a non-gentleman.
Oh boy, no, I was totally fine with that. But all right.
Put you on the spot.
All right. So I guess the first song I'll talk about is "Sugar We're Going Down."
Ooh, okay.
Right.
Love it.
This is one that I play at a lot of weddings. Obviously, the pop punk stuff goes off quite well at weddings these days. Yeah. It's pretty much a requirement. It can go off pretty well at a lot of bar gigs as well. I think this particular set would probably work very well at a St. Paddy's Day type event at most bars, especially.
For sure.
And actually, the version of "Sugar We're Going Down" that I play is a Fusemania short edit from DMS.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. So how I've been playing it a lot recently is starting with there's a tempo transition as well, so it's kind of a double duty.
Okay.
So start with "My Own Worst Enemy," which I've always played the Alex Rage remix, which has "Hands in the Air" hype on it, and then I made an acapella out edit of that with the hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, acapella out. So I'll take that, and when the hands in the air part comes in, I'll drop the intro drums of "Sugar We're Going Down" at 104 or 100, wherever I'm at, and using the dreaded sync button.
I've been using it a lot lately. I'm not even gonna hate. I'll ask you a question after we're done.
Sure.
Just planting that scene. I have a
I
question.
only use the sync button during these types of transitions, and then I turn it right back off. So so I'll do a tempo transition, slowing it down to 84 over this hands in the air, just kind of slowing down. The drums are like double time drums that kind of slow down, and then 8 bars later it gets to the guitars and they're ripping, and it just goes off so good in that moment.
I love it.
So that's how I get into it. And then I'm at 80, 84 kind of tempo range. And this track, "Check Yes Juliet" by We the Kings, which I play the Simo edit of that from DMS. That is in key with "Sugar We're Going Down." They're both in the key of D. And I will use stems on the chorus of "Sugar We're Going Down." On the Rev 7, I use the stems on the EQs, which whenever I go to a DJM 900 now, I'm like, why are we doing it this way?
Yes.
So I'll stem out I'll kind of swap the guitars with the mid EQ. So I'll have the guitars of "Check Yes Juliet" kind of replace the guitars of "Sugar We're Going Down" over the chorus. And then it gets to the verse of "Check Yes Juliet," and it's just like this super smooth mega mix sounding thing. It's pretty dope. So
I love it. That's dope.
It's pretty well.
Great mix. I like that built-in transition. My question was, and I think my laptop's just fucked up. Do you use Simple or Smart Sync?
I believe I use Simple Sync. Let me pull up my my thing right here. Simple Sync. Snap to beat grid is checked, and I uncheck maintain sync on track load.
Okay, I'll have to try that because I just got a new laptop, and right now the left deck, even when I turn it off, it just goes to sync again.
Oh, interesting.
It's been sticking. I can't figure it out. So,
I wonder if that could be
Somebody
like
needs
a
to make the I just got a new laptop Drew Pierce montage from all these episodes, because you could probably find it like 6 times since we started this podcast. He loves buying new laptops.
Did you just drag?
I had to get that baby Air, the baby blue Air.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice. Yeah, that does look nice. Yeah, for sure. Did you just drag
Yeah.
over your Serato folder from your old laptop, or did you start fresh?
I use Dropbox, so all I have to do is turn on Dropbox, it all syncs, and then copy the Serato playlist, and then I'm over it. That being said, right before when I got this was actually the reasoning for it is I'm getting off video, so I'm redoing a lot of my stuff, and yeah, my Serato's fucked right now. I'm redoing it from top to bottom. So this is great because I'm making all these notes and I'm redoing my playlist all over from scratch.
Have you talked about why you're getting off video on the podcast?
I have not. No, it's probably the first time I mentioned it.
So I'm interested. What's up with the change?
Yeah, I've except for a handful of corporate gigs, which did pay very well and did take me pretty far. I've never made more money at it. I find video a great tool to stay booked, but it's never made me more money. So 2 reasons I'm getting off of it are, one, I wanted to be able to start using different programs. I'm kind of interested in DJ, and I wanted to be able to play on sticks. And the sticks doesn't accept the MP4s. And the DJ, I want to be able to put shit on my phone because I want to start playing off my phone or an iPad. So it just had to go.
Well,
It was in the way, and I wasn't making money on it.
the important thing to mention is that doing video and editing video takes a lot more
Yes.
time.
Forever. That was what I was going to ask, because obviously that stuff just takes it's like 10 times the time to do everything.
I wouldn't edit stuff because I wanted to. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that because I need the video. And now I'm editing everything again. I'm back like in full force. Like I said, the kid's back. I'm feeling rejuvenated. So I'm like re-editing everything, and everything's like DP cut down the.
Good. I need
down
another
the row.
Drew Pierce edit pack. Damn it! I've been playing the hell out of that last one you dropped.
I'll lace you up. I got you. But yeah, so I'm re-editing the shit out of everything, and so I'm making these mega crates, and so those are the 2 things. But really, it just didn't make more money. So why force it?
Fair. Yeah.
I love that set. Anything you want to say about it?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No,
I think it was good. Yeah.
Oh no, it was great. Go for it.
Oh, my turn? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my song that I'm picking is one of the bartenders at one of the spots Drew plays, favorite song ever, and it's Justin Bieber, Baby. And it's cheesy as hell. We all know that it's cheesy. I mean, it's cheese is, it's sharp cheddar. It's cheesy. Okay.
It's like the YMCA, right? The YMCA has gone through multiple iterations of being cheesy.
Yeah.
It wasn't cheesy, super cheesy, never play it again, must play.
I hate myself
I
a little
can't
bit
figure it out.
Just like every ABBA song ever. Yeah.
So,
ABBA, I couldn't even stand Dancing Queen, and now it's like I have to play it, right? I was like, people would ask for it, you're like, get the fuck out
Hard
of here,
pass.
Yeah, and now you're like, got you, fam.
Yeah. Totally. And so I hate myself a little bit every time I play it. So why not hate myself even more by playing one of my favorite songs before it? And by my favorite song, I mean one of my least favorite songs, which is Shania Twain, Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think you played it. I thought you hated it. I didn't realize you ever played it.
I'll play it when I can tell the room is full of like
girls.
Yeah, and like the cowboy boot wearing hat, bachelorette party style. Like that's what
You're way overthinking it, Fuse.
Girls at all, period.
So what I like about when I play it is like if I feel like I'm starting to get like the room is like too poppy, um I'll play the Shania Twain and then I'll use that as a tool to get into like a lower BPM. Like once my up tempo is kind of like running its course. So after she goes through the chorus and she says, "Man, I feel like a woman," I just hard drop the original intro of Baby and it goes dun, dun dun.
Yep.
And I just like the way that transitions into it. And I feel like it gets a good reaction because, again, it kind of is like that's not what you would expect to come after that. And so I like playing that. And then recently, I've been playing the edit of Rich Baby Daddy, the Smash edit that he made. I think I got it from Club Killers, and it's got the TikTok little that's not my baby daddy, that's just my baby daddy like thing, and then it goes into Rich Baby Daddy. So I like going from like baby to the baby daddy to Rich Baby Daddy. Like I just think it's like a stupid wordplay that like I don't think it like it goes over people's heads too much, and it's a good way to get into like hip hop pretty quick, I feel like. And so that's how I play that.
I love that. You got like the left turn in there. You got the quick genre transitions going through there. Yeah. And Shania Twain in the same way, that's a great track just in general to use as like an out for anything because you can just get into anything from that. So good.
You can get into it and out of it anyway, which is great because it has the little stabs at the beginning. The horn stabs.
I play I think it's a Scooter version of that. That has a nice drum
that's
intro
the one
too.
I have.
Yeah, because I think his version starts with like the acapella of the man, I feel like a woman. And then it comes in with a din, 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 din. And like I like that version too. That's usually the one I play as well.
Yep. I like it. I just did a little edit for Baby my bartender hates it, so I've been trying to get to it a little bit faster. So I made an edit of it where actually I saw Biebs play. I took my kid to see Biebs, and he even played it this way. So it's the hook, Luda only hook.
That's the way.
And
that's the way I play it.
Yeah. But I usually would play the verse then Luda, but I just took out even the verse. So it's just only hook and Luda. Yeah. Skillz, great little pick. I'm gonna go Latino on us, or Latina, however you want to look at it. And I got Danza Kuduro is gonna be my pick. This is really a world song at this point, right? I wouldn't even really call it a Latin song.
It's everybody's song now, is what you're saying?
Well, no. My friend, one of the Irv, was at this Persian spot at one of our clubs. He was babysitting the DJs, and he said they played Danza Kuduro 4 times that night. And he said, so yeah, it's just kind of that crossover. But I actually play the Akon version. It's not the all Spanish. Akon did a remix of it, and I think it's great because the hooks are there, but it's Akon. You can put Akon in anything, and you're like, oh, this is something I love. And so the way I play it is I play Pitbull Fireball, and Scooter did a version with hype intro. It's the roof is on fire. Which, when the LA fires were happening out here, I had to not play this. But yeah, had that going on, and I have that. And then, but I actually swapped out the drop because Scooter's kind of the horn part, I feels like the most popular part of Fireball. So I swapped out it was kind of a remix. I swapped out to the real part, the regular original. So I play that. And then I play Danza Kuduro right after that. The Akon, I sometimes quick mix it, and then out of it, DJ Q did a remix of Cardi B, I Like It, and it's up tempo. So instead of at 73, it's at 130, and I actually like it better than the original. So I play that out of it, and it's kind of a good English / Latin crossover set. So you don't, the people that the Latinos feel like they're getting their love, but the everyone
Not
else is like
isolating anybody.
not getting taken over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like a nice little crossover of all everything. So there you go. That's my set.
Nice, yeah.
I
That sounds
like
awesome.
it like that.
Oh, the
pun
word
intended.
play around here. All right, I guess that means it's my turn to go again. So I'm gonna take it to kind of a disco funk area. My main track is going to be "Dance the Night Away," Dua Lipa.
Okay.
Obviously,
What version are you playing?
so I play the Deville up-tempo edit.
Yep,
So that's at
I started playing
120.
that. Great.
I've really never played the original tempo. I've always played the up-tempo. And obviously it's a couple years old, but I think it still works really well, especially in the wedding market. It works great, but yeah.
It was on the Barbie soundtrack.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I don't think it's ever really gonna get old.
yeah, I think it's gonna be around for a while, for sure. So one way I've played it is, and these are all in key because it's all in B minor. So "Let's Groove Tonight," Earth, Wind and Fire, which is
Nice.
has been my substitute for September as much as possible. And I play the Skillz remaster of that from DJ Skillz.
Okay. Yeah.
So that into "Dance the Night Away." So it kind of goes from that funk to a more disco vibe, and then keeping the disco vibe going with "Rasputin" by Boney M.
Nice. Very nice.
Which has been kind of a sleeper for me, I think.
I
Obviously,
agree.
it's been on like TikTok, and that's kind of where I've always loved this track. It's been around forever. Obviously, it's from like the 80s. But I hadn't really played it in quite a long time. I feel like it did have a resurgence back when like Barbra Streisand came out, like around that time. It kind of was around a little bit, but then it disappeared, and I saw it on like a lot of the TikTok charts. So I was like, let me give this a shot. It ended up on a couple of wedding request lists too. So I was like, let me start working this in. And even at events that people don't request it, it's worked really, really well. And just kind of continues that disco vibe. And love it. So
I like that. I was listening to the Mark Ronson Road podcast episode too, and I learned that Mark Ronson produced "Dance the Night" by Dua Lipa, which I had no idea, and I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, he's that was such a great podcast episode.
Yeah, it was really good.
So good.
Yeah.
I was listening to that while I was fixing my bathroom. So I was doing the floor during that podcast. So
he mentioned something like they had to had the song and then they didn't like it, so then they had to like rewrite it, but all to that same tempo because they already had like the choreography for the movie, which is insane.
That's right. Yeah. Oh man,
crazy.
Imagine being in that room trying to do that.
I know.
Crazy.
But I mean,
it's a great song.
Anybody could pull it off. It's Mark Ronson and Dua Lipa, They're
right?
just both hit machines.
I had an honorable mention with the Dua Lipa that I like is Ragoza did a mash or blend with Holiday, Madonna.
Oh, that one is cool. Yeah,
nice.
And I like that one a lot. I use that to get into 80s, so I like that little crossover. But yeah, same kind of deal. It's like and that's a great little bridge track.
That's a good segue into what I was gonna say, because for mine and my next pick, I'm doing Shakira "Hips Don't Lie." And one of the things that I like to do, and I know both of you guys like to do it as well, is like I like to do like stuff that I feel makes sense coming from a genre. Like they're what I call, like, I always say it, they're like transition songs. Like you can't go from like a hip hop to like, in my mind, I like easing, like if I'm going to go from hip hop back to pop, or from hip hop to like reggaeton or like something like that, I like to do it in a way that I feel like it makes sense. Like it's not just
a bridge.
Yeah, exactly. I call them bridge tracks too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, Scooter did so my main track is "Hips Don't Lie." And this is like a no-brainer to me. So I don't think that this is that out of the box. So I play if I'm playing hip hop, I like going into the One Dance Don't Lie version that Scooter did, and then I only play it for like the quick the I think it's the hook first, so I might only play it for 8 bars, the one dance, but then it goes right into the hips don't lie. And then like depending on, where I'm playing and how the night's going, I might extend and go into, and not that this is not a heavy Latin song anymore, but I might go into like Gasolina and then maybe even a little more, deeper into the Latin cuts from there. I have a flat intro of Gasolina that I play, and it drops in. It's the hype, like the Little John hype version that he did, but then I just chop in the original back end basically after the hype part.
Nice.
Awesome
to hear that. And I'm sorry, I looked at my phone and I think I missed that spot. I was getting a deposit, so it was worth it. But did you say you play what version of Shakira did you say you played?
The Scooter one.
The Super Bowl edit? Okay.
I don't know if it's the Super Bowl. Let me look.
It stops, goes, it has the stops on it. Dun, 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 dun.
No, I just play the regular Scooter redrum.
Yeah, that's the one I play actually too. This is a classic Scooter redrum from 2006, I think it.
He did,
or like
he redid it because she was on the thing.
Yeah.
With that redrum.
Mm-hmm.
And he the Super Bowl edit is fantastic. If you guys aren't playing it, I like it because it has stops and it's a great even way to just cold drop it.
Yeah, I play the super short version usually of
same.
the Scooter one.
Yeah. I made a hooks only if you guys want it.
You got to make it even shorter.
The fact that this guy made a shorter chorus of of "Give Me Everything Tonight" blows my mind.
It worked. Every
possible.
time I hear the original, when I hear the original, I'm like, oh, why is this girl on it? I'm like, oh yeah, that's the original.
Insane.
I had 3 options, so I'm gonna go with my second option is a hip hop one, and this set is mostly a tool set. I'm gonna call it. So it's the 80 BPM set, which we all suffer through. It's got hits. Don't get me wrong, but it's the challenging.
The people that listen to it are tools, or it's a tool for you.
I'm a tool, and this is a great set. So I don't know that there's a star track on this one because I play this. You could play it up to down or down to up, right? So I'm just gonna go in order of how I listed it. So we're gonna start basically about 80, 81, and go up. So Drake, Best I Ever Had.
I've been playing that a lot.
Been just killing lately. So I play that, and it has like those drums, so it's also kind of a good little slam. Dun, 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 and then it comes into it. So do that, and then talking about me cutting down edits. So here the next 2 are ways to just jump. So we're at 80. I play the Best I Ever Had. Sometimes I just play first verse, hook, and then out. Sometimes I'll let it play to the next one if they're feeling it. But then I have T.I. and Rihanna, Live Your Life, hook only, and that just has so much energy and everyone sings it, right? And at that point, I'm just pitching the shit. I'm pitching way up, and then I come into Rihanna Umbrella from that, and I have a hook first, and so going to that to get to that, and then now I'm up at 87, and I can kind of go from there. So it's just a way to kind of get out of the 80s. But that Live Your Life has so much power behind it that it's great. Either way, you can come from Rihanna, go down to the Drake, or back up. So
I never play Live Your Life. I need to bring that one back.
I played it a couple, maybe 2 times last year, I feel like, and that's one I've been thinking to myself I need to bring back more too. Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
You guys need this hook only edit. I'll lace you up.
Yeah, lace us up.
I know that T.I. The T.I. is what's the one that's bigger?
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like. Yeah.
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 And this one's always done better for me.
I know, whatever you like. Tried playing it, off and on over the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years even. It always falls flat. I feel
Really?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it
I
does
feel
pretty
like
well
too.
for me usually. But I play it goes and then step like right into the stacks on the chorus, and then it goes into the bridge and then the chorus again, and that's it.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
bridge is the part everybody sings.
I might need to edit it. We might need to edit. Drew, you edit it. How about you do that and lace us?
It'll make the chorus 2 bars instead of 8.
He's truly a
that
magician.
OCD.
Like the
OCD,
David
I see it
Copperfield
kick
of
in.
edits. He made the bars disappear.
And somehow they all like it.
It's the new
I love
Drew
it.
Pierce tagline. Can we get a David Copperfield,
David
intro
Copperfield.
for this whole segment?
It'll be the DC cut.
The DC cut, the David Copperfield, no bars intro, no bars in it.
Oh god.
Well, I think that's it. I was pretty good. Any honorable mentions? Anything anyone wants to mention?
In honor of the remix report, one of the things that I've been doing a lot is playing Wonderwall again in my set, and I do play the DP edit of Wonderwall. But what I like to do is Simo made a epic intro of the Shabuzi song, where it just comes into the 1, here comes the 2, and then right into the chorus. And a lot of times that's all I do is I play that like pre-chorus into the chorus, and then I come out and play the Wonderwall because they're in key. And like, I feel like, again, I don't feel like it's that out of the box, but I feel like nobody plays Wonderwall. Like OG DJs play Wonderwall, but like new DJs like sleep on that. And like when the crowd is like later in the night and you're playing that and they all sing along to it, it's like the best.
Oh yeah, Wonderwall is definitely a sleeper these days. Obviously, we all used to play. It was like, I don't know, it was like "Don't Stop Believing" for a long time, right? Like, but we kind of got out of that habit, and I think it could be time to bring it back.
I've been playing it again, and it's been working, and it's fun because it's like one of those where like the young bartenders at some of the places are like, I can't believe you played Wonderwall, and everybody sang, and it's like, yeah.
That's what they do.
Who knew?
Yeah. Oh shucks, how do they make that happen?
Right.
Yeah, but Shabuzi and Wonderwall, definitely, I can see those working really well together.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll play out. I made a clap intro of Umbrella that has like a epic intro, and sometimes I'll just play that out of the Wonderwall because it's flat, and then it kind of just brings it back to like the poppiness of it. But yeah, so that's
Can I just
an
honorable mention another thing, which is the Trey's version, the Trey's remix of Shabuzi.
Oh yeah,
where he takes the Tipsy synthesizer and replays the Shabuzi Tipsy melody with the Jaquan Tipsy synth and drums.
Oh, that's dope.
And it's like I'll usually do a transition, like using stems to kind of transition between them. So you're like slowly introducing the Tipsy sounds. And by the time the Jaquan beat with the Shabuzi melody with his vocal comes in, like everybody's like looking at you like, oh my god, like it's crazy. It's so good.
You know what?
I need that. I haven't heard that one.
So while we're talking about Shabuzi versions, you know what? Joe Maz did a really cool edit of John Denver, Country Roads over top of the Shabuzi track, and it sounds awesome. Yeah.
I don't know that I heard that.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh my god, look at that.
You do?
I
do have it?
Yeah.
Or you don't?
I do. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Drew, I'll send it to you real quick. It's really good. Sometimes when I'm feeling froggy, I'll play that just to see where the crowd's at.
John Denver back East Coast. That's a huge song. That kills always. So
yeah.
Every time I go back there, I mean, it's the big end. I even did a wedding in West Virginia, and me and a buddy of mine, Roman, he drove me to the airport from there because he did all the sound, and I think we sang that the whole way road tripping 4 hours.
We did that too. We did a trip from Tennessee to Connecticut, and with the kids. And as soon as we hit West Virginia, I had it like ready on the radio. Across the West Virginia line, I was like,
Such a dad
boom,
move.
country roads. I was like, guys, you gotta listen to
That's awesome.
I had that John Denver on vinyl, and the whole Greatest Hits album is a great little throw on, just background.
I was not up on country roads for a long time, and weddings definitely taught me about country roads.
Weddings.
Maybe like 10 years ago is probably the first time I even heard it, honestly, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a banger. I don't know. I definitely slept on it for a long time, but it's a banger.
East Coast, any East Coast people, it's bigger than Don't Stop Believing or any of those. It's huge. It's massive.
It does make me feel uncool when I play it, though.
Since we are honoring a remix report on this episode, I don't think it would be right if I didn't do a little baby rant at the end. So I do have a
little rocket rant.
I do have a little.
I got a video in here.
I have a rant.
Oh, yep. Here we go. Let me play this video, then we can go on the rant.
Hey, Drew and Fuse. Peter Griffin calling in. I want to hear what really grinds DJ's gears. Besides from Bad Bunny requests from a phone or DJs stealing custom mashups of YMCA and Macarena and using it on their own TikToks. Hey, this week's guest, what grinds your gears?
All right. Now you can rant away.
All right, here's my rant. Right currently at this very moment, the last couple weeks, I have been getting the request as you're setting up. The setup request is coming in. And us older DJs, I don't know if you remember, our boy Florida Low or My Humps, when those were just peak, right? And you couldn't, somebody would walk up and they'd be like, and you go Florida Low, and they go, how'd you know? No fucking shit, right? And then like a couple minutes later, My Humps came out, and it was like, how'd you know? It was the My Humps. So my two pet peeves right now are the setup request and the phone in the thing with SoundCloud for Clooney Stephanie. I love the song. I'm not going to open with fucking Clooney Stephanie. It's not going to be the first track as everybody's finishing up their meal. I'm sorry. It's not going to fucking play. That right as everyone's eating. So no, that's not going to happen. And then the other most annoying. So I got Stephanie, number one annoying request, and Nokia. Baby girl. Can't you just make one song that actually finishes? Why does it have to be two mediocre songs that don't match at all? They have nothing to do with each other. Nothing at all. One's about calling a girl. The next one, a transition ends BB girl, and you're doing a twist. Has nothing to do with anything of each other.
They're artists, Drew. They're artists. You just clearly don't understand.
And that's the other phone in the face is Nokia. Most annoying. They're the new Florida and the new My Humps
that cannot be true.
Those two songs.
I can't accept that. I can't accept that fact.
I've been getting the Nokia ones too, and I'm like,
wow.
Like my old cell phone, and they're like, what? And I'm like, I used to have a Nokia, and they're like, what? And they have no idea what I'm talking about, and then it just sidetracks them. So they're like, don't even know. They don't even know what to do anymore.
Because it's two songs, I feel like whatever ones they love, whatever part they love, is the one I don't play. Even though I play the whole fucking thing, they stand at me, staring at me blankly for the part that they don't know or care about until the part that comes on, part two, or vice versa. So yeah. Drake or whoever, just make one song.
Yeah,
with the
for any
part
of you
transition that don't make any sense.
There's the old Nokia that everybody used to have for all
that.
you young DJs that are listening and still don't even know what I'm talking about. That's it.
With the T9.
Snake.
Yeah.
with Snake.
Yeah, you can play a serious game of Snake on that thing.
I think it was a brick, dude. You think you need a screen protector on that boy? Fuck that. You just fucking throw it at the
That's
wall
the
and be like,
better
oh, it still
Nokia
works.
one too. There was a worse one. This was the worst one. Oh my god, this is the first one that everybody had. Everybody had this one.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
With the
Baby
antenna.
girl.
Damn.
Baby girl. Have you ever had that one? No, you
Because
haven't.
do you remember you could change the face plates on these things? That was like the
Oh, you're
first
right.
custom cell phone.
Custom
buy
faceplate,
prepaid
custom
minutes on that
ringtone.
thing. That was when I was like 14 and I got my first cell phone. And it was like you could go get them prepaid, and then you'd be like, "Fuck! I sent 100 text messages. Now I need a new prepaid card."
It was like the next day
Well-
you didn't have any more minutes left.
My mom, I just remember my mom being, "Who are you even talking to this much?" Like, you know.
Mom, do you have any friends you could call and you could mow a lawn or two?
You wait specifically for 9:01 so you could start texting because that's when it was free.
Yeah,
Is
dude,
it go crazy
It
on
is
it?
crazy. I completely even forgot that you had like nights, or it was like nights and
Nights and
weekends.
weekends. Yeah, nights
Yeah.
and weekends.
Yeah.
That was the promo. Nights and
You know,
weekends.
as wild as it is, and as crazy as this is to say, can we bring that back? I would love to not have my phone. Sorry, my minutes are up. I can't text you. Now I don't want to see or talk to anybody. Now it's like, no, fuck that.
You're not wrong.
What's
Not wrong.
how many people do you actually think know that when Drake put a song out called Nokia that it was like, you know, Nokia was a cell phone? How many people you think actually that listen to Drake on the regular know that Nokia was a cell phone?
That's actually
Or
a good
brand.
point. That's actually a good point. I'd say less than half for sure. Yeah.
Well,
That's-
I am.
dude,
If
Drew, you
if
got to
they
go
didn't
with
know-
the cell phone. You just got to be like, yeah, I had one of those when they bring it up, because they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
If they didn't know, then I'm more impressed they can actually pronounce it correctly, right?
Right.
Because they do say it correctly.
Yeah.
But it's always two girls, and I'll play it again. I play it from the beginning, and they look at me like I'm fucking crazy until it goes into the baby girl, do your twist, and then they do a little twist, and then they're mad if I cut it early. They're mad that I played the beginning. I don't know. It just never hits. And it's huge.
how do they not know the beginning? Because how are they consuming this song outside of the club? They have to be getting it on
TikTok.
streaming, right? I mean,
TikTok.
Mm.
TikTok, the
Yeah.
baby girl do your twist has a full blown dance.
There you
And
go.
my kid, I was
girl.
driving with her yesterday, and you know, her friend's in the back, and she's like, my dad hates this song, and so she puts it on, of course, just to make me mad. I don't hate it, but it is what it is at this point. And so I'm just making fun of them, baby girl, and you know, they're laughing because they realize how dumb it is. They're like, Dad, do you want to learn the dance with us? And I'm like, I didn't even know there were, you know, until yesterday, I didn't realize there was a fucking dance.
My
But
favorite
apparently it's
still, and I don't
stand.
think you've mentioned it on here, is when she found out that you were a big time DJ when she was going to the school dance with her friends, and saw you like on the moving billboard outside of the club. Like she saw your
Yeah. It was my nightclub, you guys heard me talk about, Heat Ultra Lounge, and they have a giant LED billboard for everyone that's walking up on the line. And upstairs from that is the House of Blues, and that's where their high school dance was. And they were all up there hanging out. And one of her friends looks over and goes, "Hey, isn't that your dad on the billboard?" And she looks over, she's like, "Oh shit!" Like neither one of us. I didn't know that her dance was there, and because she kind of went last minute, and she didn't know it was playing there, so it was like a nice little shock. And she like sent a picture, and so her friends are like, "Your dad's famous?" It's like, yeah, we could tone down famous, but you know, if that's what makes you like your dad, then sure, let's run with it.
That's a good feeling. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was funny that how it played out, but yeah.
So you always like put us on game for what the kids are listening to from what your daughter tells you, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the song Tweaker by Jello?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what my son put me up on lately. Yeah.
Yeah. That's huge.
Now my 4-year-old is going, whoa, all over the house. It's great. Yeah.
And
yeah,
all that stems from a crazy dad that everybody, when they thought they were like, all these kids are going to be flops. Like the dad's so crazy that the kid, and now they're all like have huge NBA contracts. And now he's got a huge song.
Yeah, it's big. I played it at the club. It worked well for the young kids, for the college age. It went real good. And
it's a great single.
I tried to show my 10-year-old. I played Wanksta, 50 Cent, of course, because Jello's like taking that flow for his first verse. I was like, he stole that from Wankster. And I played it. He's like, I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Okay. Someone needs to make that mashup though. Wankster and Tweaker.
Did he ask what a wankster was?
Twankster, maybe.
Did you have to explain it to him?
No, I didn't even want to go there. I didn't dive too deep into it. I just kind of glossed over it because I didn't really want to go down that rabbit hole. So,
right.
If we want to go down to more requests, here's another request here. This is not part of the rant, but it's just part of the request. But we're getting bouncer requests now. Okay. And the 2 bouncer requests, one is going to be 21 questions. Wow. And another one, he came up and goes, you didn't hear this from me, but everyone's going to go crazy if you play J-Lo, I'm Real.
What?
And I was like,
get out of here. Get out of here.
Got you. I gave him the got you, fam.
Shit, you might be right.
What's my motherfucking
name? Dude, do you think Ja Rule's
we need the Fire Fest remix?
Yeah,
no,
we need the Fire Fest.
When Fire Festival 2 drops, that song could be big.
Dude, Fire Festival 2 is not even happening. There was like an article that wherever the island is that they're having it or whatever, like the people were like, yeah, there's been no permits pulled for this festival or anything. Like it's, and
big
he's
surprise.
on like somebody's talk show. That Billy dude is on somebody's talk show hyping it. I'm like, man, what's it like? I just really want to know like what it's like to have no conscience at all. And like just be completely full of shit. I wish I could live that life.
It's unreal. You'd think he would have turned things around. Obviously, he already had some consequences the first time. You would think.
Yeah, yeah. But
he's been planning part 2 the whole time he was in jail. Of course.
It's true. Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if Ja is a part of it.
You didn't hear this from me, but he is. The kids are gonna love it.
My favorite is that Dave Chappelle where he's talking about 9/11, and he's like, the Carson Daly's like, yo, we got Ja on the phone. We're gonna hear his thoughts right now. And then he's like, who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this?
Oh God. So good.
Well, I think you 2 are delirious because it's so late, but this has been an amazing episode. Yeah, I really want to thank you for coming on. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you. This has been a blast. You know, it's always good to hang out with you guys. So I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. These music episodes have been my favorite lately. It's just a ton of fun.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of surprising how few DJ podcasts actually deal with music. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll digress here, and I could cut all this out if it's terrible. But I was on a podcast yesterday, and it was a two-dayer, and everyone else talked about business and this or that or whatever, and I was the last one to go on, and I was like, you know what? Fuck what everyone else tells you. It only comes down to the music. It's all about, do you enjoy your job? The rest will be easy, right? Because then you're not selling anymore. You like what you do.
Right.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Do the music. Play the music. And then they were like asking, well, what do you do when you don't like what you play? And I'm like, I don't like anything I play, but I see them as tools. There's like, you know, it's like being a plumber. You got to show some ass crack from time to time and break out that fucking that wrench, you know.
Break out
Somebody's
that wrench.
got to do it.
That wrench is the YMCA.
The wrench is the YMCA. It is, yeah.
No,
I don't love it, but it's no Kia's baby girl.
Got to break out the baby girl wrench.
You should make that into a drop. Just drop it on the sampler. It's the new air horn.
Baby girl. We need to edit that out. We definitely need that as the drop.
Now, Demand's
Just
gonna
tease
make
that all night.
the Drew Pierce baby girl edit of Drake Nokia. And I can't wait. Can you say it a couple more times so we can get it really clean?
Okay. Baby girl. That's the horn. No, that's the ringtone. I don't even know. I didn't have a Nokia. I had Sprint.
Oh, that's it.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
That it is.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that was it. Oh man, I feel so old right now. All right, this
I
episode's
had
over.
Sprint. We had whack ass phones, dude. I remember back in my days when I got a camera that you could plug into it, so you would take a picture and then you would try and upload it.
Oh
It
my
was just
gosh.
worst
Oh
all
man.
time. I just back in my day. That's it. And now it's definitely a wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a wrap. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Until
Peace.
next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.